from the exam. The first part is probably multiple choice. Yes, multiple choice. It's around 20 questions. No more 20 questions, but I think it's around 20 questions. The multiple choice, yes, just multiple choice. So in the multiple choices, maybe have a small problem of the calculation, or ask you about the concept, argue about the general knowledge that we have studied so far. Okay. And honestly, this is the part that you're gonna lose a lot of points. This is first part. The second part is gonna be the essay question, just like the short question. So I'm gonna spend the space for your answer. So do not the answer more than the space I give you. Because it doesn't help. I normally I will ask you need to answer quite briefly and give the example. Okay. So it's 3 or 4 questions, and the last part can be the calculation. Okay. For the calculation, for sure that one question for sure is come from the forecasting method. I'm gonna give you the data, and then you have to calculate, right, and predict, right, or test something that I'm gonna ask. The second one should be the break-even analysis. Remember, we studied the break-even analysis, and I'm not sure about the productivity, but you need to prepare about that as well. But it might be appear in the multiple choice. But another question for sure, beside the break-evens. For sure, the first one is forecasting. The second one is break-even. Maybe it's going to help you. The third one is going to be the line balancing. Remember, just like the case of Toshiba notebook, you design for the product layout, right? Assign the tasks into the workstation, and the last calculation. A lot of. No, maybe 2 more. The next calculation part is about quality control. And the last one is from today. MRP. Yes, a lot. But the difficulty is just maybe just 1 or 2 questions, 2 problems. And the rest just you look at the problem, and then you can close your eye and you can do it for sure. Just use your instincts or okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't launch the exam yet, but this is my plan. But it should be 3 parts, but the calculation, I just tell you that, okay, this is probably the question that we're gonna have, right? But it might be less than that. Okay? Forecasting, break-evens, right, the line balancing, quality control, and MRP. MRP, the one that we're going to study today, is just fill in the number in the table. Just use file up to 10 minutes to finish. Okay. Okay. It's by less than that, maybe 4, not 5, 4 questions, and I'm gonna reduce about the multiple choice to 10 or 15, maybe something like that. Okay, how about the contents that you need to prepare for sure? For the first chapter, we talk about introduction, right, and the strategy, right? So you need to understand that what is the importance of the operation strategy, what you're gonna do when you try to formulate the strategy, right? You know that, okay, you need to have what we call the distinctive competency, right? Right, or the abilities or the competence that you have doing better than others, right? And we have several aspects of the operation strategies, right? So I might ask you to give the example of the organization, right, that you familiar with or that you like, and analyze or give me the example of their operation strategy. So this is the first one. first chapter. The second chapter, forecasting, right? Much more is about the calculation, but for the content or the detail is that might go into the multiple choice. You need to understand we have the qualitative and quantitative, right? And we have like the time series, we have like the judgmental forecasting, we have like the associate model forecasting. So just look on that. And what is about the detail about that. And how about the product and service design? You need to understand the concept, just like we study the robot design, modular design, standardization, mass customization, those kind of things, right? So I might ask you to apply the concept, right? To give me the example of the product and service design, right? Of some organization, or I might ask you to apply to some problem. Capacity planning, you need to understand economic of scale, this economic of scale, or something like that, and what would be the effective capacity. Right? Layout, you need to know about the several type of layout. You need to know the several type of the process. We studied job shop, right? Remember batch, repetitive, continuous. We studied the layout. Product layout, process layout, modular layout, fixed position layout, those kind of things, right? Pro and cons. Right. What next? Quality management, right? Concept of TQM, right? Concept of the philosophy of the TQM, empowerment, Kaizen, something like that. And for the quality control, you need to know about what would be the objective of the control chart. Natural and assignable variation, what are they? How different specification, process capability, something like that. Why it's important. And for today, we studied two chapters, but just some part. I said two chapters because normally, if you have the textbook, it's spread in a different chapter. But for us, I'm just combined to one chapter because I use just the concept, right, and explain you others. So for today, let's see what happened. Okay. So that would be the detail for the exam. So actually, I will not ask you about the definition. I probably ask you about the compare and contrast, give the example, right? Something like that. Apply this concept to the problem. But for the definition, it might be in the multiple choice in some question if they have it. But for the big thing is not. And there's a lot of information that we studied so far. So I know that a lot of stuff, but you can have the open book, open notes, so no need to memorize that. So you just know that why is it in the textbook. Okay, the exam is not difficult, but it's a lot of questions. Normally, if you try to just look at the textbook or you may not complete this in time. Okay, and just answer only the question that I asked you. Okay, I asked you to give the example, or I asked you to explain briefly, just briefly. Okay, right? I give you just one paragraph. You answer me 1.5 pages. How can you do the rest of the exam? No way, right? So just manage your time. Okay. So the proportion of the score or the mark of the exam, for sure the calculation is about half of them, 50%. right? The next 50% is come from the second part, essay question, and plus the multiple choice. Okay. Do not worry much, right? Just do your best. You have the case study, right? Do a lot of case study, right? So I believe you can do. Any question? Yeah.
Can you provide us the answers to the case studies?
Answer? The case study, no. Because why not? I cannot provide it for you because you know we are in the networking world. Right? We have like the MBA, Young Exec, English Exec, right? And we have several batches. The answer actually, if you look at the case study, if they want you to have the precise answer, okay, I can tell, like the calculation, right? Just like that today, you can have presentation, okay, it's very directly. But if they ask you just like your opinion or some concept, oh, it's open-ended. I just want you to give me like your recommendation or your thinkings. So it's not have exactly the right answer, right, in some case study, but some case studies yes, for sure. For example, forecasting, so you have the different style. For the Toshiba notebook we talk already, right? It's quite the same. So I cannot provide because if I provide, I need to prepare a lot of case study every semester. Because beside your batch, I have executive, I have young executive, right? So there's gonna be the new case every week. No, I cannot do that. Right? That's fine. So just do the best. I think nothing much more than prepare about the time, right? And if you have no idea, just write down. Please don't leave it blank. That's that. You will never walk alone. Doesn't tell anything during this time. Because they are not in the good form.
Still ranked first though.
Still ranked first, but probably. Well, we don't know yet, but
if we do forecasting, it could go down.
not that. Please do not mention about it. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the exam. Okay, how about the handout? Not coming yet. I don't know why. So it's more than 1 hour that I give them because today I have the whole day that I'm teaching and have the meeting. Just send the handout to me around almost 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Right, and he messaged me that his computer had some problem, so he cannot open the file. But I tell him that okay, do you want me to resend the file? So he didn't answer yet, but I don't know. So anyway, we know that you study hard, right? And you stay in the new curriculums, 1.5 credit hour, 1.5 credit hour. So you have several courses that you do study. Well, this is that MBA life. You're gonna miss this. When you credit, you're gonna miss. So I have nothing to do. In the evening, I have nothing to do during the weekend. So I miss case study or something like that. Okay, never mind. We go.